So many of you have been asking me, DMing me on Instagram for like the longest time, ever since I've been building the F30. How much money have you spent on it? How much did all of this cost? Where do you go to do all this? All that stuff. Now, I'm gonna try and give you like a vague, not a vague, but like a very like an answer that everybody can accept, because I'm not gonna make individual videos for individual questions, because you know, you wanna answer all of the questions in one video. This video is gonna be me talking about all the money I spent ever on the F30. This is not going to include maintenance. I'll make that a separate video, but this is going to include all the crap I put on it that I chose to put on it. I'm not going to put things that were necessities, or you know, maintenance is kind of like a necessity thing, like you have to get it out of the way sometimes because you can't drive your car to work or whatever. So I'm not going to throw that into this category, but I will be talking about the mods that I chose to put on the car when I didn't even need to do it at all in the first place. So I made a list. I've never actually looked and wrote this all down before and like got the total, so this is also gonna be, you know, I have a question mark on my head too. Like, I don't know exactly how much I spent. I finally went into my notes and I wrote it all down here, so I'm gonna see how much it all came out to. I'm realizing how much free stuff I have gotten. It's like, wow. Thank God for YouTube, because this would have been bad. But anyway, guys, let's get right into it. I'm gonna try not to look down at my phone so much and talk. I'm gonna try and just look at it and then tell you guys. But for the most part, I know a lot of this stuff off the top of my head. So if I do forget anything, that'll really suck, and I'll probably put it in the comment below and put it and pin it. But I doubt that. I'll also try to leave links down below in the description to all these things. And I'll try to also show pictures of some of these things that I'm mentioning, because some of you that are watching might not know what the heck I'm talking about, or what I'm saying. So yeah, let's get right into this. So this is something that a lot of people try to say that I could have saved money on, and that is the whole M Sport conversion that I've done. Now, I'm not going to try and get into this crazily, like too much, but a lot of people try to say that if I had gotten an M Sport off the rip from the jump, from the very beginning, if I had just gotten a car that had already had the kit on it, it would have been less. That's just so wrong. That's not true at all, especially because I didn't have to pay for any of the painting. Any of the paint that was done to the body parts, I didn't have to pay for. So when I was looking for cars at the time, an M Sport F30 was easily like 4 to 5K over whatever a base model was. So that's just out of the question. I don't care what you guys say. I was looking for an M Sport and I couldn't find one. So that's it. That's all. I'm just gonna leave it right there. An M Sport front bumper ran me $500. My M Sport rear bumper ran me $340 with a 335 diffuser. So that's another thing that I'm saving money in. I got diffusers with it, so it wasn't just like, oh, you only got the bumper, then you had to also buy the diffuser. No, like I got the diffuser with it on eBay for the back bumper. The M Sport side skirts, huge shout out to Brian from Keys Motorsports for sending me those for free. He shipped them so fast, I got them. And huge shout out to Best Service Auto Body, repping you guys right here. Thank you so much for all the paint that you guys have done to my car. You guys did a great job paint matching when the car was sitting so nicely with those bumpers. It was like, it was matching very nicely. Huge shout out to Best Service Auto Body for hooking it up with the paint. Thank you so much, guys. The bumpers, the side skirts, all that stuff came painted from Best Service Auto Body. The side skirts came from Keys Motorsports. Thank you so much, bro. Once again, Brian, thank you so much for all that. That was it for the bumpers. So the M Sport steering wheel was $1,000. The LCI radio trim was $60. The front lip, I had to buy 2 of them because the first one, I had it, I paid $110 for it, and then it flew off. So then I had to buy another one. So 2 of those. The side skirt extensions, huge shout out to Brian once again. Thank you so much for sending me those, man. My trunk lip spoiler, I couldn't remember what it was, but I remember it was around like 100 or 90 bucks. So I put it as 90 bucks. The USR Depot Angel Eyes ran me $300. Huge shout out to USR for sending me those at a discounted price. And huge shout out to USR again for sending me the LCI Depot taillights for completely free. Really appreciated you guys for that, for hooking up the sponsorship for that. Thank you guys so much. My carbon fiber mirror caps, the wing ones, were free. Huge shout out to Brian and Pro Auto Motion at the time. They sent me those. And then my carbon fiber non-wing mirror caps were also a huge shout out from Brian. Thank you so much for those, bro. Those were also free. My 335 muffler was free, and that pretty much does it for the visuals in terms of like body parts and like looks, aside from wheels and suspension. I'll get into that in a later time. I had a Section 2 Super Sprint straight pipe which deleted my resonator. That ran me about 150 bucks. I had a eBay Circuit Works N26 downpipe which ran me about $200 from, if I remember correctly. That thing fit like shit, so for those of you that are like considering getting it, don't get that one. Just wait and save up to get one from Evolution Raceworks or something, because like their things just fit better. My engine intake ran me about like 350 to 360. I want to just put it down as 360. And then I also, if you guys remember, I switched to an MST Performance intake from Brian, who shout out again to Keys Motorsports for that intake. that was free, so I sold the old intake and I ran with the MST Performance intake. So I don't know how to calculate that, but I did spend that money towards the intake of the InGen, so I'm just gonna count that in here. Just forget about whatever I made back. I'm not talking about that in this video. Then I had H&R springs, which I had for 250 bucks. I ran those for like 3 months, and then I upgraded, like a huge upgrade, to Bilstein B16 PSS 10 coilovers for $2,000. And then I ran those for about a year, and then I switched to BC Racing BR coilovers, which ran me $1,000. Now to talk about wheels, my Rohanas with tires ran me about $2,000. Sorry, I can't remember all this stuff. My BBS LM replica wheels, I don't know if you guys remember, I ran those for like 4 months through the winter. Those ran me about like $800 with tires. And then my ESR, my most recent wheels, which a lot of you hated, the black chrome ones, the ESR SR 01s, the 19-inch wheels with tires ran me about $1,300. So all in all, I have not totaled it up here, but I'm totaling it up right now. Okay, Google, what's 500 plus 340 plus 1,000 plus 60 plus 110 plus 110 plus 90 plus 300 plus 150 plus 200 plus 360 plus 250 plus 2,000 plus 1,000 plus 2,000 plus 800 plus 1,300?
The answer is 10,570.
Repeat that.
I said, the answer is 10,570.
Okay, Google, repeat that.
I said, the answer is 10,570.
$10,570. Ah! On a more serious note, none of this could have happened without my YouTube channel. None of this could have happened without my sponsorships. So huge shout out to Unique Style Racing, Keys Motorsports especially. Huge shout out to Brian. He's been blessing me with parts more than any other BMW YouTuber, I feel. Wow, I only have 2 sponsors. Whatever. Oh well. YouTube is the reason why I was able to do this, and YouTube is the reason why I loved to do it, because I love filming. I love doing this. It's so much fun. I enjoy it so much. Even doing this today after so long is so much fun. This game, I don't know what I should call it. This lifestyle is expensive. It's an expensive hobby. Doing this car stuff is an expensive hobby. But you just gotta, if you have passion for it, you'll always find a way to make it happen, you know, no matter what it is. Even if you're short on money, like if you have a passion for it, if you really want it, you can work hard and make it happen. So if you want to do what I'm doing, you know, become a YouTuber, you know, get car stuff for a much cheaper price than anybody else would pay, and all you have to do is make a video about it, work towards it, make it happen, do it. Like if you're passionate about it, you'll do it, and you'll be very good at it. So for those of you that are like watching this and you're just like, oh my god, like I could never spend that much money on a car, bro, I have an old video on my computer, and it was an introduction video to this channel, and I was just talking about what I'm gonna do on this channel, and I even told myself in the introduction, and I was doubting myself in the introduction, saying like, I won't be able to do this car stuff. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be impossible. But it happened. Whatever you're passionate about, whatever you love, just make it happen. It'll happen, I promise. Peace out, guys.